All right, today we're going to show one of our clients how to actually use Facebook Ads Manager. And let's get started. So go to google.com, go to Facebook Ads Manager, and you can click and go to Facebook Ad Manager either in Facebook or you can just look it up on Google search. And here you'll have to log in usually. Here's some examples of like what people do when they're using Facebook Ads Manager. And you'll go to Ads Manager. You'll click that. And so it'll take you to a menu. And before you start any campaign, you kind of like you should have your goal in mind of what you want. So you can have goal might be more leads, more sales. In this scenario, we're doing like products with the juice products. So Justin would probably be interested in getting more e-commerce sales or getting more people to look at his videos, getting more people website traffic to his website. So today we want to have that goal in mind. That's probably the first thing we want to start with is to make sure that we are goal oriented, understanding our target audience, like their location, their is it males, females, their gender type, and also some hobbies possibly of what they like to do. So we make sure that we're targeting the people who would be interested in what you have to offer when it comes to advertising. So with these Facebook ads, you'll go to campaigns. You can basically start a campaign and create a campaign. You have the campaign level, the asset level, and the ads level, right? And I'm gonna walk through each one of these settings so it can make a little bit more sense of how to set up a Facebook campaign from scratch. So all you do, you'll go to Facebook Ad Manager. Have you been back here before, Justin?
Mm-mm.
Okay, okay. Well, this is a lot of people do Facebook boosting from posts. With Facebook Ad Manager, it allows you to create a lot of campaigns and you get to target on a more specific and detailed level. And also, you can reach a lot more people around the globe. So we can hit millions of people here when it comes to Facebook ads. That makes a little
Wow.
bit more sense. So right
Yes.
now, for instance, if I wasn't trying to target people in Chicago, I can target everyone in a Chicago area. Let's say Chirac, right? Because people always bring up Chirac. I could talk I could target everybody in Chirac right here, right now, if I wanted to when it came to Facebook advertising and share with them like the latest artists, share with them a product that can heal them or help them or anything like that. So today
So
we're
what
gonna
about
go
so I
ahead.
could do the same thing. I could do the same thing for Fayetteville.
Yes. Yes, we can do the same thing for Fayetteville. Everyone, the college students that's in that area, we can actually target and make sure they see our ads according to Facebook. So we're gonna go and practice this Facebook campaign. So what we'll do, we'll press create. Okay. You'll probably set up your account, press create. And so here you can just keep it at auction. And then you got the campaign level. You got the awareness ads where you're trying to, it's kind of like a funnel, right? So you got the awareness where you'll target people who are basically at the top of the funnel. And then traffic is where you'll send people to a destination, basically, like your website or app. If you want more engagement, you can select engagement to get more people engaging, liking, posting, commenting, etc. If you want more leads, you can target people for a form and you can get leads that way, right? So somebody want to come and fill out a contact form, you can get them to do it that way, right? You want app promotion, you can promote the app if you had an app for juice products, right? So, and also if you want more sales, you can select this for sales.
So in this situation, I'd most likely push that sales one then.
Yes, yes, but every campaign is different and it will give you different results. So in this scenario, let's just try sales, right? Unless you want to do more people with the website, which one will probably be better for you? Because sales help
Um,
with conversions, but if you want to get more people and have more people, sometimes when you select like a traffic one, you can get way more people to your site who are likely to convert along, a certain time frame.
let's do whatever you believe.
Okay.
If traffic is what you got, I'll do traffic. Also, what about buying type for the auction you said? Can you say that one more time?
Auction. Um, so the bond type right here.
Yeah. What are the differences?
Okay. So in this scenario, it says your campaign objective is the business goal you hope to achieve by running your ads. Hover over each one of your information. Honestly, Justin, I usually skip over the bond type and reservations. But I usually select auction when it comes to
Okay.
bond type. I usually just select auction. I haven't really kind of like showed anything differently. I usually just go in and select auction. But we can actually discuss that a little bit later too, if you like to.
Okay.
Yeah, but usually I just go in and select auction. Okay. So let's try the website traffic. I'm just using this as an example, okay? So we're gonna
Okay.
select website traffic, and then you can do their recommended settings, which is best practices. They're always going to recommend you do their recommended settings, or you can do the manual traffic, right? So people most likely start their campaigns from scratch because it's kind of like, do I want my campaign automated, or do I want my own settings in it, right? So in this scenario, I like doing everything manual. I like set it up the way I like it to make sure I get those type of clients. Okay. So I'm press continue. So you want to name your campaign starting out, right? So with this scenario, you want to name your campaign, let's say juice products. And let's say, what's the month? January. Let's say you just give me your campaign a label name
Okay.
so you can identify it. And let's say this one's going to be about website traffic. Okay. And so then you can skip over this because this doesn't comply with you with this scenario. And so campaign objective, we have select traffic, but let's say we just want to switch it to sales. We can select sales. And if you don't know exactly what it is, I just recommend, using Chat GPT or AI just to give you a little bit more clarity. So you can select sales here, right? And also the other thing I meant to mention, sometimes Facebook's change a lot of these different tasks up. And so that seems to be something that you'll always have to stay hip to is staying update with the latest trends, just like any other industry. And so let's stick to traffic. I'm gonna keep it simple for you. So with A/B testing, you can test your ads with other ads, and you can be able to share like how one ad is performing over the other advertisement. So if I create a campaign and it has, let's say, let's use the juice products for hair, right? So if I say I am putting in my hair loss product versus I'm putting in overcoming, cancer due to hair loss. So we can actually see which headline people resonate with more, and we can actually put that in the Facebook channels as well and get a lot
Wow.
of traffic. So that's what A/B testing has to deal with. And advantage campaign budget, that's basically saying that you can control your spending. You can put like have a budget and it can disperse it across multiple ads that you set up, multiple assets. And you can control the spending of each asset. So you can like set a budget for like 10,000 and then break it down and split it up between all these assets that you create. And I'm gonna get into that in a minute. So traffic. So after we select traffic, you can name your campaign at the asset level. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about this asset level area. Let's see here. 1, 2, 52. Okay, so asset. I'm gonna put the same name usually for it. All right, so here we're gonna select what type of conversion we want. In this scenario, I want websites, right? So I want to get more traffic to the website. And so then how you measure success for your ads, you can do clicks, you can do daily unique reach. I recommend clicks or landing page views. If you're doing anything at the awareness level, that's the top of the funnel. That's basically to get more eyes of people who are interested in your services. And after that, I will just jump down to the budget. So the budget, this is the special part where you want to pay attention to. The budget is where you'll put in your maximize daily of how much money you want to spend. I've been in campaigns where I spent $200, other ones where I spent $5, $10 based on what a person want to get with results. Okay.
How
And
how have you seen the differences with the different amounts of money?
you said what now?
How have the differences been reach wise with different amounts of money?
Okay, so oh, good. That's a good question, bro. So when you put in $200, right? $2,000. This goes up to 147 million people. When you spend $2,000 a day. When you spend $100 a day, I think this is drops. I might have said it. It may have not changed yet. My bad. I thought it was changing. So basically, the based on your daily budget, I have to put some more details in here for this audience definition to change. But basically, based on your budget, if you had $500 and you changed it to 1,000, it will increase the audience size. Right now, it's not switching because I got to put in a little bit more details. But this audience size, it tells how many people you can reach on your daily results list. So it'll probably show it right here. Result where it says results are unavailable, actually. It will say it in this area, and you can tell how many people you'll be able to reach with your Facebook ads.
Hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay. So so if you put $50, you're gonna get a certain amount of people that you reach. If you put $100, you're probably gonna double that amount of reach.
Okay.
So that gives us an example. Your reach is definitely based on your budget as well. And so then start date, you select your budget, then you select your start date, how long you want a campaign to go. Any campaign you do, you're always testing it out. So I recommend always test. Always give it 30 days or 2 weeks to 30 days for it to run and then you to see some real results. Nothing happens overnight, right? But if you
Yes.
test it 2 weeks to 30 days, you get to see how the campaign performs. Usually when people do real legit campaigns, they usually see 3 months of waiting period before they make any changes
Wow.
because you gotta let the market come in and you gotta get a lot of different testing experiments going on when it comes to advertising for the first time if you haven't done it before. Because you basically gotta find what works with your company and what works with what you're pushing out.
Okay.
So you select your start date and your time that you wanted to start. Then you can select the end date if you want it to end. That's pretty simple. You will increase your budget. Some people use this, they don't. We usually skip over this from the campaigns that I've ran. But you can increase your budget on specific days if you want to, if they're better performing. And here's where it gets really good, your audience size, right? So you want to be able to this is what you're talking about. You type in Fayetteville, North Carolina, boom, you can type that in.
Yes.
You can reach everybody in Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's the simplest get, right? If I want to do
Really?
New Jersey, yeah.
How much does it cost to reach everybody there?
Now it's showing me audience size. So here, you see this? We put in $100. You're able to reach 13,000 people to 37,000. You'll probably get 457 to 1,000 link clicks.
What about Fayetteville again? Can you show me Fayetteville?
I think this is, let me see. Yes, that's Fayetteville alone. Fayetteville alone, it goes to 15,000 to 42,000. And that's 334 to 965 clicks.
And then how long would that take? I mean,
That,
how much would that be per day?
um,
Is that? Oh, that's every day. I'll get 900 clicks.
yes, yes.
So how much would you? Let's say if I did a campaign for a month campaign, how much would you put in?
If you did a month campaign, um, you will just times that by the 30 days. So you can basically estimate that you're going to get 334. We can switch it to a lifetime budget if you want to do a lifetime budget. Let's say you did a lifetime budget. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to give you the total of that lifetime of how many clicks you're going to get, but let's say this lifetime budget is saying only $1,000 you want to do for a month. It's saying you're going to get 111 clicks to your website.
Hmm.
The more in the case of advertising too, the more action you get to your website, the better you can like make decisions on if it's working or not. But you got to get enough website traffic, for you to actually get some more results when it comes to advertising.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so you select locations, right? And then you have more options. If you select more options after the location, you can get a little bit more detail. Okay. You can add the age bracket that you want to target. And then you can also create audiences.
I noticed the people that were looking at my newspaper were like older women. like in their like 30s to like 60s.
Yes.
That like all the women that like were liking my stuff. It was 30. It was about like 30 to 60 years old, like 40 years old. You know that range.
Yeah, yeah, and that sounds like it because definitely because of the hair products. And that definitely attracts women a lot too. And women like men, so that would also make sense that the women would check it out. So yeah, that definitely makes sense. So that's an audience that you can actually include in here if you saw that women around the age of 30 and up was actually looking at your ad or your newspaper post, and you can target those same people who actually even went to the newspaper and saw it. You can add that as an audience. So that's what I was going to share with you next.
What about I was gonna say something. Could I run that? Like, I could run a. Can I run just like the picture? Like, let's say I screenshot the ad. Can I just run that as well?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, and I'm gonna show you that. But here's where you get a little bit more detailed. If you wanted to target a certain person, let's say you want to target everybody who watched ESPN, right? You can actually create new, go to Advantage Audience right here, create new, and then go to custom audience, and then you can incorporate a list of people, right? You can upload a list of people who you already know and you want to target people like them or people who visited your website. Custom audience allows you to target people who may have engaged with your apps or your softwares or had interest in your products that you already know. Any activity online or offline, you can upload here and you can add an audience to your campaign and you can create lookalike audience from it or anything similar to that. But outside of that, you can do a lot more detailed targeting. That's what I was going to get to, and you can say ESPN. This is where I was going to put it at. This is what people usually select, right? So now you added people who are interested in ESPN here, and it will lower your results, but you'll be able to look at the estimate daily results and how many people you can target with that.
Wow.
That makes sense. So you can type in a lot of stuff here. You can probably type in my business name, DBA Marketing Pros, and let me see if it pops up. All right, it says marketing API right now, but you can probably type in my audience name and pull people who I have interest. This is good for targeting people because when you market, you want to actually target people who you know, like, and trust, or people who you familiar with, or people who are actually interested in that product and
So could I
create
start? Can I
audiences.
like? I could like do like organic, like like healthy lifestyle stuff like that.
Yes, yes, yes,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So let's see.
Hey, Dre, if you gotta go too, you're good, bro. I know you got a meeting.
Okay, I'm gonna finish it up first. Let me send this text. I'm okay with doing that.
Okay.
This perfect. He just texted me. Yes, this is great. I just got pushed back to 1:30. This is
Cool.
perfect. So I have time to finish this up. This is perfect. This is perfect. He said,
Sounds
you
good.
literally just texted me saying I'm stuck in the meeting. Let's do 1:30.
Cool.
So let me finish on this then. So I can break a little bit more down now because I have a little bit more time gap. Thank you all for my patience, for your patience, whoever is watching. Appreciate it. So so here in the asset level, that's where we got a little bit more specific with our location. We got a little bit more specific with our date that we wanted to advertise, and also the age group, right? And if we wanted to change the language, we can change the language as well. If we wanted to target people that only speak English or Spanish, etc., we can put that here. And the reason why to get specific, because anything you do, you want to actually have the unique value proposition in order. You want to have people who you are more likely to have reading your product, learning about it, and purchase your product. So the asset level here is one of the most after the campaign, you got your objective of what you want to do. Let's say you select the sales, you select the website traffic. After you've got your objective here, the campaign now brings it down to another lower level in a hierarchy phase where you can target certain people who are going to buy your product, going to read about your product and be interested. And that's better than targeting everyone and keeping it open, because if you target everyone, they're not going to be likely to buy. They're not going to be likely to find an interest. And they're like, why are you showing me this ad? You do not want people like that. You want people who are going to be ready to buy the ad, wanting to be interested in the ad. Okay. So that's where we knock that out here. So just remember this part right here, Justin, the asset level, because this is where the miracle is going to happen. The better you are able to laser focus and target these people, the more success you're going to have. And so, Justin, if you were to do this, let me tell you what you have, what you're going to do. Okay, if you were to create new, and then you go to custom audience. So audience is the heartbeat of the campaign to me, because this is the people who I'm going to be speaking with, right? So if you were to go to audiences, press create new, okay? And then you upload a list of people who already purchased from you.
Hmm.
Upload it here. Now, Facebook will have this information. That's what you do, risk. Facebook will have it. But they have their privacy laws and rules and stuff that they don't do anything with. But you do that here. You also add your Instagram account. Instagram is going to get you a lot of conversions, okay? And then you can also add the people who've been to your website, right? Any activity you can upload here.
Wow.
So you add that audience here. That will help your campaign performance. And then guess what you do after that, Justin? You go and you create a lookalike audience. And so when you create a lookalike audience, it have you set up this source. We can go on this later, but this is like a pixel
Yeah,
that
could
you,
I do you think I could like put my link of the website in there? I mean, of the news article?
yeah, yeah, you can. And then you can advertise it even more so people can see it and then advertise it across the globe. You like that, don't you? You see, this the more specific,
I can put the link of the news article in there?
yes, you should be able to. Or you can contact them and ask them if you can have some type of access to it. And then you can use that as a source that you can advertise with.
Wow.
So this is the back end of Facebook where most marketing people actually advertise to reach the nation. Any project that you ever wanted to push, you push it here. Facebook says it's eligible. Now, everything can be pushed here. If a person wanted to do anything that's not legal, it will not get approved on Facebook. But if they do something that's okay and it's a product and Facebook sees it's legit, then you can push it. Now, there will be times where you're pushing a campaign and Facebook will deny your ads because of something that you said. That's when you use AI and Jasper to change it. Use AI to change up your ad to make sure it's compliant with Facebook. You say, hey, makes this ad compliant with Facebook.
Smart.
Yeah, yeah. So this is called a lookalike audience. You know a special thing about lookalike?
Hmm.
Lookalike allows you to advertise towards people who look like a certain audience.
Hmm.
So that customer list, if you want more customers like them, upload it to Facebook, it create a lookalike audience. Then you can target that lookalike audience. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
So definitely like 30, I think it was like 30 through like 60-year-olds probably.
yeah, yeah. So you can take that list.
Black woman 30 through actually not just black women, it was white woman, Latina woman, it was all
Yeah.
types.
And you can retarget them as well, Justin. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
You can retarget the people who already purchased. You can also retarget again and again and again. So they can see your product and your ads. You ever bought some shoes and you saw it again, the same ad that you bought shoes from?
Mhm.
That's what you can do on Facebook. They once you in the pixel, you create a pixel here. But this isn't a place where you create it. It's another backend. We can do that another time. I can share that information with you. But you'll create a pixel, and then that pixel collects the person's IP address and information similar to that. And so then that pixel now will be able to target them with the same ads again and again and again once you advertise them. You can include them and you can exclude them. So here is where you can you take your custom audience and then you will select their location, right? And you can basically then press create audience, and then it will create audiences similar to the one of the customers who already purchased to you. That's more the reason why you do that is because you'll have more success with your campaigns if you want to get that detailed about your campaigns. So what I've shown you so far is very specific information that we usually use, but anything that I haven't showed you, we probably don't use that often, and it's best to skip over it. Or if you want to learn more about it, you can learn it. But I'm showing you the basics of how to set up a campaign quickly and get it going, right? So You select the age bracket. Always put the age bracket towards those who you said, like 30 to 65. And then you put add targeting if needed. Sometimes people start without doing any targeting and they'll click off of it. But detailed targeting is important. You want to know why? Because what's the name of that News and Observer who had your they had
It's
your
Fayetteville Observer.
Fayetteville Observer. They have a Facebook page, right?
Yes.
Fayetteville Observer.
Or maybe the Fayetteville,
Did I
maybe
spell
the
Fayetteville wrong?
no. Try the Fayetteville. Try the Fayetteville.
Okay.
The Fayetteville Observer. Try that.
Okay. It's not popping up here. It may pop up in another location because this is only showing okay, demographic interests and behaviors. Um, there are some things that they do allow us. They used to allow us to add a Facebook page here. Hmm. I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but this is where you can get a lot more specific about who you target and who you want to add. So you should be able to add a Facebook page somewhere in this setting. Just for time's sake, I'm not going to try to get too, technical on it. But let's say you can what you can do, Justin, if you want to target Fayetteville Technical Community College, Fayetteville, any public schools, right? You can get specific
What about my school, Fayetteville State?
Fayetteville State. Let me see. They took a lot of stuff off too. Let me see size, relevance, Fayetteville State. They took a lot of stuff off, Justin. So they
Okay.
updated and they changed what they allow you and what they don't. During your own
Okay.
time, you can look up more details. Let me see, switch to original audience options. Let me see something real quick. Maybe this is it. Let me check this out. Yeah, I think this may be it. This may allow me to add some more audiences. Let's see. Yeah, it's not. We can look at more later when we get more detail. Just for time's
Okay,
sake.
it's fine.
But yeah, you can do a lot more targeting here. It's with their interests, their behaviors, and also sometimes you can add their Facebook page in certain areas if they allow it. I have to find that, but here is really that's really all you need to set up, Justin. When you're doing a Facebook campaign, some of this stuff is extra information. But just for like doing a basic campaign, you really can just set up this part right here, and you already got the campaign goal set. You set up your budget, and you got a certain amount of daily reaches that you have here. And so then we want to make that campaign. We got the juice products, right? We usually keep the campaign the same with the name consistent just to show consistency. And so then this part is where you create the ad. This is the part where you actually ask a question that before, Justin. And
Mhm.
so here we have Facebook page. You'll add your Facebook page, right? So I selected mine actually. And then you'll add your set up your Instagram account. And so then you can upload your creative source, manual upload it here.
Oh, single image.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you got single image, you can do a carousel, select ad preview on the right hand side just to see your ad when you set it up. But you got single image, carousel, flexible, and collection. It usually shows it on the right hand side once we upload a photo, right? So then you'll upload the photo, and after you upload the photo, it'll display itself. And right here in this area, the ad creative, this is where you write your text. So uh get your hair back, right? Because we're selling juice products. I was just using an example. But this is where you can also use AI to make it more compliant with Facebook. Juice products. All right, I'm just making a sample of an ad. Let's see. Let me see something real quick. So then, Justin, what you're going to do after that, you can tell people where you want to go with your advertisement. Right now, I have to miss instance experience you haven't slept in. Okay, let me see. So let me fix this real fast, see if I can fix it. Because I didn't set up, this is like a basic campaign, so I didn't set up everything. But let me see this. Give me just one moment.
Good.
Okay. Okay. I think it's showing me this information due to the fact that I had it doing products and I wasn't really trying to set up a product scenario. But this is basically where you'll add your ad for your juice products, right? And so then you'll create the label and you'll create the text that you want and then you create the headline and also you would just set up your tracking. So tracking is important because you get to see the performance of your campaign with tracking. So this is what it's talking about regarding tracking. So if you want to actually um, be able to get a certain amount of people to your website, well, you want to see those numbers of people that landed on your website, and you want to see their performance once they land, what they clicked on, also what they decided to do after they left your website. So you can track a lot of information right here. We'll set up tracking another time as well. And so then once you have set up the campaign, you'll press publish. And so the campaign will be loading and then it will be active. So here I have to set up the instant experience for your ad. But I'm not going to do that right now because of time's sake. But right here, we'll have to set that up to add our information about our ad as well. And also we'll be able to get the pictures in and the ad will go live. And then once the ad is live, right now it's in draft, it'll show here, right? And so then you have the matrix, you have the ad, the delivery, and the asset name, the bid strategy, the budget, the results, the reach, the impressions. And so this is
Then,
basically track the information at with your advertisement.
then I'll be able to see like everything through there.
Yes. And I'm gonna show
Nice.
you an example of an ad as well. Let me show you one that I've done. I probably should have used the previous one that I had up. Let me see if I have one in this account. Yeah, so here's an example of one that I had set up already. So this is what it can look like, right? So you have the
That's
ad
nice.
here and you press play. So this is what happened when you set up the text, the events. This is an event ad, but this is the basic information that I had set up for the ad. Then I just added the Facebook page, the website URL, and the video. And so it'll show like this once you've completed the ad. We invite you to come out, blah, blah, blah. And then you can advertise this to everyone. And so every advertisement has a different objective. And based on that objective, that's the type of action that you'll get. So some may be a sign up, some may be come buy this product, come to my website. Every ad has a different objective. So this is good for starters. Did you have any other questions?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So with that ad that you ran before, how are you able to see your metrics on that one to see how it did?
Let me see. You'll go here to the dashboard, the ad manager, and then you'll press this information. Once it gets going, you'll update it. Let me show you a real campaign. Let me show you a real campaign actually that I've done. Let me see if I have any in here. So here's some old ones that I ran like many, many years ago, right? And I'm going to click on this to show you it as an example. Yeah, this is a long time ago. You see this ad? This was like many years ago. And I had my ad showing right here.
Hey,
This is like 2018, bro.
wow.
This is where you'll see. What was your question about the metrics?
Like, how do you see how good they did?
Okay, so the performance wise, you'll see you'll go to the dashboard, right? And then you will select the time frame. So you can select the month that they ran or the date, right? And then you can select last month. You can just use this for quick analysis. So if I wanted to just say like maximum, here's a campaign we had ran. We didn't spend much on this one because this is very, very old. It's from 2023. But this is an example of a campaign we ran, and it was actually shows you the amount you spent, the number of viewers, which is the impressions, the number of people you reached, and the number of results.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna show you a bigger campaign that I actually did a lot more advertising on. I probably should have used this one first, but a lot of ads can get rejected, and so here you have the lead volume, the budget that we spent, and also you can like have. Let me see something real quick. Let me go back to maximum. So here is a lot more action with this client. And so you can see here we have the number of leads that we got from Facebook's, the reach, and the impressions. That those are the most important one of some of the most important metrics. And so you have the spin here, right? Like 319, right? So you can say 319 brought us 9,000 impressions, reached 5,000 people and got us 23 leads from Facebook.
Hmm.
So you can set all this up with the dashboard in the custom columns page. I believe that's it. So yeah, you'll just go here. If you want to set up your metrics differently, you can learn a lot more about them. And so you can select, let's see, you select columns, right? And that's basically the header of these columns. And then you can select customize columns. And that's how you'll use this dashboard here to actually tell you the metrics.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
And so then you apply and you'll get started advertising. And then this will show you your performance of your campaign. Outside of that, the biggest thing that I'm thinking about that we didn't actually talk about and do for time's sake, I actually usually you'll have to go in and set up like your app in the background to actually track information, to actually set up the custom conversions. And basically that allows you to go to your website, right? And then it will say you'll type in your website link, and then it'll actually add the link to it'll add the tracking pixel to your website, and that way you can track how everybody interacts with your website and your advertisements. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. So any other questions?
Really, you explained everything great. That the two questions I had was that target audience one, and you
Yeah.
answered that very well. And then on top of the column, so yeah, Dre, you did your thing with that, brother. I appreciate you showing me through the loops and everything because I've been really thinking about this. So very appreciative of you taking me through and teaching me this, and I'm excited to get on my journey. You know.
Awesome, bro. Well, I would say, starting out, set your budget, set the people, the names, the age, the locations of people that you want to actually target. And then once you start the campaign with your time frame, have the budget that you're willing to spend. But because when you first start out, you're going to test and get results. And then you're going to see how much lead generations. But sometimes people feel like they waste time because they didn't like spend their money. Um, within a certain time frame to get a certain result. But ads have to get warmed up and you have to get a certain amount of people, and every business gets different results. Some fast, some slow. But with the right strategy and the right budget, you can really, get some new leads and get some more sales in with the advertisements. But we can go into a deeper detail also, Justin. like later whenever we get some time frame, and we can also set up your campaign in deeper detail, and I can help you like one to one, and we can actually